Right.
I'm here.
We're back. We're back.
Why isn't the circle at the top then?
I don't know.
Because I'm the greatest.
Okay.
Special. So, critics, we're back after popular demand. And we're reviewing what we were in Ashes 2017-18 in Australia.
Well, really 2017, because I don't think it's going to make it to 2018 as a competitive series.
So
They can put up a fight a little bit.
They put up a fight while the wicket was slow and English, and then as soon as it got remotely quick, they all shat their pants and got out. I'm not very happy.
They seem to be putting up their fights in bars.
Oh,
That doesn't help when your best player beats the living shit out of someone outside a Bristol nightclub.
yeah.
First of all, they said, we don't know what's happened, but a man's been taken to hospital with a broken nose or something. And he said, you know what's happened? He's gone up to him. He's pissed him off and Stokes has lamped him in the face. That's what's happened. No, he's given him a right good hiding. Even when the bloke's dead, he threw 15 punches. You know, the bloke was down.
And Hales was there as well. Sort of like...
Yeah, and of course, the thing is that if Sean Marsh had hit someone 8 times, he'd probably only make contact about 1.5, wouldn't he? So that isn't... He just one glancing blow, a little edge. And a bit of a spooner. I loved. Did you see Marsh's dismissal? Marsh's was like one of mine. He just a bit of a spooner to mid off.
But it was like the simplest of catches ever.
Yeah, he got a nosebleed, didn't he?
Did he? I missed that.
No, he got a nosebleed because he got to 50. Is what I'm saying. He didn't know what to do.
I was gonna say.
So he just spooned one up in the air.
It's like, whoa, what's going on?
Dizzy heights of 50.
Imagine how the rest of us felt. I thought, if Sean Marsh gets 100, then mind you, I weren't really that. But that is a bit like saying, isn't it? You know, if I drop this glass and it goes up. Well, I mean, I suppose it could have, but it's very unlikely. Very unlikely Sean Marsh is going to get 100.
He's going to do it.
What does it suggest about the depth of Australian batting that he's still getting picked?
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
What?
You know what I mean?
What? Are you 51? I think doesn't that justify his place in the team?
Well,
the English weren't bowling that great, were they?
And let's not forget. A quarter of the attack was Jake Bull. More of whom later.
Gone.
Also, he did block out how many balls? 160 odd balls.
That's like being accused of overstaying your welcome by Robert Mugabe. That is.
Not necessary though, is it?
I'd like to compare the number of balls it took Sean Marsh to get to 50 to the number of balls it took me to score his 100.
Oh,
this is the man who opened the batting in a 40-over game, batted all 40 overs and didn't get to 100.
Let's go then. Let's test this out.
Well, how many balls did it take me to get my 100?
Yeah.
80.
Well...
You liar!
No, it's in the stats. Look it up.
I believe it not.
Yeah, let's look it up. Go on.
Look it up.
Let's get the audience involved. What's the website? Aha! did you get in any fights with any 4-year-olds, V?
Yeah, he headbutted one of them.
Yeah, headbutt.
Yeah.
Did you see what he said? Yeah, that's the point. I saw the bloke. What's his name? Cameron.
So this is about Johnny
Bairstow
headbutting one of the Australian players. So
well, he said he greeted him with a sort of they touched foreheads rather than shaking hands.
Yeah, but like he was so thick.
Well, they're gorillas.
Because I watched the interview just 5 minutes ago before you called, and like the way he tells the story is so vague. And then like the reporters ask him, like, "What do you mean?" Like 3 different reporters asked him, like, "What do you mean? Like he headbutted you? Like did he actually like nut you?" And like they were trying to say if it was aggressive, and he was like, "No, just headbutted me." He's like, "Yeah, you're not answering the question, mate."
Yeah,
normally.
How do you do a non-aggressive headbutt?
That's what I'm saying.
And he just hit my head. He just headbutted me. And can you describe it? No, he just headbutted me. He's like
Cameron Bancroft. Yeah.
You see what I mean? That's a made-up name. Fucking made-up name all day, every day of the week. Cameron Bancroft. He sounds like an Elizabethan actor. Hello, love. My name's Cameron Bancroft.
Do you know what name I do like? Mark Stoneman.
Mark Stoneman.
How good is that? That's such a manly name.
It sums up his footwork, certainly.
So, like, just going on this selection then, so we'll go through, like, England's selection and is it the right team? Obviously, there's no Stokes.
It isn't the right team. It's obviously palpably not the right team.
There's no Stokes. Hey, there's one thing I've got to say about Stokes and Hales, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can get in a bar fight, but can you piss on a bouncer?
No, that's why Monty should be in the team. Monty have had a piss on that bloke.
Yeah.
In fact, if you run that video on Stokes, you just give him a good idea. Then Monty comes on, there's a little piss on him, just
And then shit.
for a laugh.
Wipes his arse.
It's turning into a specialist off.
Jake Bull tried to shit on a bloke outside of Bristol, right, but missed him. The shit landed in fucking Reykjavik. That's about how accurate he is.
Oh dear. Right, so I'll run through the 11.
Yes.
For this first test. So you had Alistair Cook. Yeah.
Well, I don't think anyone's disputing that, are they?
Okay.
No, even though he hasn't done anything, but
Matter
of time.
Didn't he get 200 about 2 games ago?
No,
Yeah.
I said it's a matter of time. I'm not cussing.
Yeah.
That was not a.
Not with a draw like that. I'll tell you what,
No.
though,
Imagine
headbutting him.
Alistair Cook, if he has a bad that would have headbutted him. If he had a bad series,
Yeah.
then he's at that age now where they're going to start asking questions.
Well, I wouldn't say he's that old, is he? Manly Mark Stoneman.
Well, I think with Stoneman, he just happens to, because it's one thing opening for England, but then to open an Ashes series,
Yeah.
he just happens to, the carousel happened to come, the Wheel of Fortune happened to come round to his number as it was an Ashes series.
Well, he made a half century though, didn't he, Stoneman?
He did make half century, so, you know.
Which is okay, which is good. It's good to make a half
What did he
century.
make?
It's a start.
What did he make in the second innings?
So it's good to make.
What did he
Teams,
make
I
in
think.
the second?
27. 27.
Yeah.
So he got 80 runs in the test match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's averaging 40,
So he
which is acceptable.
acceptable, yeah.
Acceptable for an opener.
Yeah, so we got
Minty
Vince
Vince.
next, who made 80 odds in the first.
Yeah. He played
83 in the first.
and then run himself out like a dick.
Yeah.
I don't know about James Vince. I would take a bet that 80 odds is the highest score he gets in the series.
Sorry.
Yes, because what's your opinion of James Vince, Luke?
Meh.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Joe Root as captain as well.
Well, we'll
Slow
see.
flute.
Did he make any significant runs?
Got a 50 in the second innings.
He got 50, but that's the thing. I think you said this
50 's
before.
good though, isn't it?
His
50.
conversion,
50 's
rate
No,
compared to Smith's is terrible.
And he's the best player. It's all very well saying Stoneman did all right to get 50. He's the best player. When you see what his opposite number did. Root is going to have to outscore Smith, and Cook's going to have to outscore Warner if England are going to win this series.
But I think obviously
No one's a better player
Australia.
than Virat Kohli, apart from Hashim Amla.
Did you see what? Did you see
Did you
what?
see what? Actually, yeah. Just a side note. Did you see what India did to Sri Lanka?
No, I assume they tried to do it.
Go have a look.
Did you ever play a test away from home? How many tests at home have they played?
I tell you, Kobe, I want to hear your live reaction, like your.
Right. It's not going to be good, is it?
Just go have a look at the second test scorecard there.
It's not going to go well. Who batted first? And I'll make a prediction.
Sri Lanka batted first.
Well, Sri Lanka batted first and got bowled out for probably 110 or something. No, it's in India, isn't it?
Yeah.
210. And then India batted and got 8,056,000. Virat Kohli, 745,000 not out. How about that?
Is not far off.
It's close enough.
Not far off, 745,000.
Well, just like the first half of that prediction.
My computer's struggling now. Come on. Ever since I put that thing about Stephen Fry's husband, it's gone very slow. I don't know why.
He's got to load up all the runs.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 205 all out, 610 for 6 declared. Now, at what point did Virat Kohli think, oh yeah, we clearly need 600, we clearly need to set these 400 batting lines?
Have a look.
If he wants to impress me, he should have declared on North.
Have a look at the scorecard.
So you have another go.
Have a look at India's scorecard.
Hang on, India's got it. Vijay 128. Kohli 230. You know, there should make a law against that.
Greedy.
Virat Kohli scoring 200 against Sri Lanka. That is the equivalent of Ben Stokes kicking that bloke while he's on the ground. That is the same thing. Oh man,
Then
he's
Rohit
Denny
comes
good. When was the last time Virat Kohli had a test innings outside Asia?
We've gone off course a bit. I want to talk about.
It's a Virat special. It's always a Virat special.
It's always a Virat.
I think it'd be a good debating point. And what I like about this, if I say let's put who's the best player out of Virat Kohli and Steve Smith, I am sure to win the YouTube vote. Because our Indian listenership will be waded in. They are correct, incidentally. He is a better player. Who would you rather watch score 100?
Kohli all day.
You know what I mean?
Sean Marsh.
Well, he's got to score 100 before that can happen. So he's not going to get a century. That's the best.
Well,
that's the best
no.
score.
If he gets a century, if he does get a century, right, I'll only credit it if he gets it in a match-winning situation, like when his team's down and out.
He can have an absolutely. He's not going to get a century. He's not going to get an Ashes century. It can't happen.
So
unless Jake Ball spawns 4 of himself overnight, and he's the bowling attack, he's not going to get a century. You saw him when he got to 50, panicked and did a spooner.
Okay, who's next on the list then?
David Milan.
Yeah, not sure about him. Although what we haven't mentioned, and we should, this is why England lost. They took the idiotic step of picking 11 people born in England. What sort of idiotic policy is that? We need about 4 or 5 dodgy South Africans.
Moeen early, yeah. I think he's justified his place in this team.
Well, I think he's the all-rounder now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hang on, what do we think of David Milan? No?
He's a man.
I think he's he's good. He's easy on the eye, but left-handers generally are. And again, he got 50, didn't he?
Yeah, in the first thing. Is he another David Milan?
I like him. I've seen him a lot, but whether
he's a big hitter, no?
No, not really. Well, he plays in the T20, but he's sort of an elegant. He's left-handed. He's a timer. But
right.
I think it's poor if he's one of the best 5 batsmen in England. I don't mind the BT commentary. It's not bad.
Yeah, what's this with it on BT? How long has it been on BT now?
They had
it's just for the series
last year. They bought the Australian rights, so Australia and South Africa was on BT, but they took the 9 commentary last year, but they've sent their own thing out because we like Graham Swan. Me.
Yeah.
I like Graham Swan bingo, and I recommend this to all the listeners. Wait till Graham Swan starts commentating and see how long it takes him to mention his career. Either a game he played, a catch he took, a wicket he took. Just wait, and it's not long. Let me tell you. He hasn't got to 5 minutes yet.
Yeah, he was reminded to carry on talking about the game. We'll just quickly round off then England. So Mo, we've got Johnny Bairstow. Is he?
Well, he's got to play, isn't he? I suppose.
Who's your boy? Who's your other wicketkeeper?
Well, they pick folks, but I like Butler. But I think
Butler. We all love a bit of Butler.
Just as Bairstow's justified his place in the team.
Fair enough. Chris Wokes without Stokes.
They say
does he work without Stokes though? That's the thing.
He's just
meh.
Yeah.
Stuart Broad, he should be in the
team.
Didn't they say he's one of the quickest bowlers though? Hang on.
Yeah, Wokes has got some. He's put some pace on, but he doesn't do much with it. And again, in England, when there's a bit of nip, he'll be right. And it's Adelaide next day night. They say it does a bit. That might work in our favour because we've seen when the ball moves more than a millimetre off the seam, the Australians shit themselves usually and start throwing all sorts of idiotic shapes and getting bowled out for 60 like a bunch of dicks. But there's only one England player left, and I think I need 5 minutes on him to do it justice.
They're fine. Right. So do we address this now?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Okay, so
it should have been addressed. It should have been addressed weeks ago before they picked the team. But let's not.
So Jake Ball.
Yes, Jake Ball. So this is a guy, right? Now I think, and I'll tell you why I think this is a watershed moment because it's a bit like when the wheel was invented, the internet, the internal combustion engine, the Wright brothers. This is a defining moment in human history. Because I think there's an England Test cricketer who's worse than Robert Croft. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Who's Robert
Simmer
Croft?
down.
Oh.
He's worse than Robert Croft. This is what I'm saying. Robert Croft is so bad, he's good. He's like one of them bad films. Everyone knows him because he's the worst England player in the last 30 years. But no.
He's the Sharknado of cricket.
I was going to say his stats are he went for over 4 and over in both innings.
Never mind the 4 and over. I've got a far more impressive stat than that.
Okay.
I doubt this has ever been done. Now, before this game, Jake Ball, and I think I said this on text, had played 3 Test matches.
Yeah.
Had 2 wickets. 2 wickets in 3 tests. He's played more tests than he's got wickets. This isn't a part-timer. This is a frontline bowler at an average of 114. 100. If your bowling average is higher than Don Bradman's batting average, someone ought to be having a word with you. And now, but believe it or not, he's achieved the impossible. He's played another test match, and his average has got worse. It's gone up. It's now 114.3. Now, that ought to be impossible. That ought to be impossible. And the only wicket he took was a long up to David Warner, who slapped it straight to mid-wicket.
And nearly got fumbled and dropped.
Yeah. So he's now played 4 test matches, taken 3 wickets, an average of 114.33, and someone in the England camp thinks, oh, yeah, he's one of the best 3 seams in England, isn't he? Oh, you shit. Shouldn't be playing. And I assume he's going to get jettisoned. He got injured. He got injured, hurt his ankle. I thought, that's excellent. The sniper I paid in the crowd in that warm-up game is paid. But no.
It's going to get him miraculously healed up. But I can see there's a reserve wicketkeeper called Ben Folkes. Just imagine. Yes. Just imagine.
Folkes, Stokes and Woke.
Yeah. That'd be the best team ever. That'd
be brilliant. So we need something from Adelaide, and then hopefully we can do something at Melbourne, where our record isn't that bad.
Is it?
Do you know what? I just feel really scared, like standing nighttime in Australia. I mean, just think of all the weird creatures and all the big bugs that they've got out there. Would you stand out in the field?
David Warner. He's a weird creature, isn't he?
How do you think Mitchell Stark got all those marks on his face? Scorpions.
Playing day-night cricket. Scorpions. They bit him on the face. Are they some sort of flying scorpion?
Do you know? Yeah. Just on another sidetrack as well, because I was just watching this documentary, and you know, like prehistoric animals, and there are scorpions as big as wolves.
How big were the wolves?
Palm size.
Dog size.
Are you sure about that, or was it someone building a toy scorpion? I'm worried about that. I've got a serious concern.
It's the levels of the oxygen in the atmosphere.
But I've got a serious concern about history, because if you must have had this conversation where you've been somewhere with someone,
right,
and then they're explaining what happened to someone else. You think that's bollocks. That is not what happened at all. And that's just 2-3 people. How are we getting it? No, I have seen that too. They did have super big. They used to have things like woodlice.
Yeah,
that's right.
That were as big as cows.
I don't think that was that big.
That is true.
As big as cows.
Yeah.
That's
Google
scary.
Prehistoric woodlice as big as a cow. I put that in. Bollocks. I put it in. I've got to do something off Jake Ball's page.
Well, they were like 2 meter long.
Not as tall as a cow, as long as a cow.
Yeah. Well, that I would believe, because they were like 2 meter long millipedes, and
that may be what I'm thinking of. Hang on.
And dragonflies as big as eagles.
Man alive.
Isn't that?
What did they eat?
Cows. They ate cows and wolves.
Here we are. I put large prehistoric woodlouse. A giant isopod. I'm trying to see a bit.
Giant isopods still exist.
No.
Yeah, they're not as giant.
Yeah, they're like baby size, human baby size.
No, yeah, this is a real animal. I'm not interested in that. I want a made up prehistoric one.
Was it like a megalodon or something?
I don't know what it was. Anyway, they were flipping big.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
So
this is why you don't want to play a day-night game, because you think it's... But there's them big
dangerous
lights that all fly to them, won't they?
Yeah, true.
What you want to do is take your mobile out with you, turn all the lights off, and then put it above your mate's head and see what happens.
See what turns up.
Oh.
Now, Australia's a stupid country full of stupid animals. That's why no one lives there by choice.
Australia. Sean Marsh.
No, but yeah, in batting order.
All right.
Cameron Bancroft.
Yeah,
he's now
crazy name, crazy guy.
He's now got a black eye.
Or has he? Was he head-butted? I don't know. What's your name? Well, I'm not sure. How many did you get? I don't know. Where do you live? I don't know.
Vaguely McVague.
Yeah. He's on crystal meth. That's what's going on
there. Did he make any good runs?
In the second innings, he did. He got 80 odd.
He got to open.
Oh yeah, of course he did. Yeah,
anyone,
no pressure.
Sean Marsh desperately trying to trick people up so he can get out there and have a bat. No, Sean, get back there.
Warner's always going to be in.
Yeah, Warner's got to play.
I'm
intrigued by V's assertion that he thinks he might have a chance of getting in front of Hayden or Langer. That's ridiculous.
I didn't say in front. I think he'd be in the side.
You
thought he's better?
How's he getting in the side if he's not in front of them? Then? He's going to drop Ricky Ponting for him now, eh?
No, he only goes down only one spot.
Are we talking about these players in current condition or?
No. When they were playing, you can't say, can you? Was he better than Don Bradman? Well, he's now. He's been dead for 20 fucking years, yeah.
I bet Ricky Ponting's still a good player now.
Someone said that to Don Bradman once. That's a famous quote.
Yeah, about
when the World Series. Well, yeah. Do you think he'd be as good as 10 Dog? He said, no, probably not. He said, but I am 80.
Good answer.
Yeah, big-headed fuck.
Usman Khawaja.
Yeah, he's put him in our ever-increasing envelope of Stoneman, Vince, Milan,
Steve Smith.
Yep. Yeah, no one's arguing with that.
Don't really
we know he's pretty much the top of the tree, isn't he?
Peter Hanskin.
Yeah, another myth.
Sean Marsh.
Wait.
Lower
Let's build up to this. Now, I remember you lambasting me and having a go about
quite right.
All my Sean Marsh hype. Yet he makes the team.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Well, I was delighted, of course, as an Englishman. I thought, this is brilliant news. This is absolutely fantastic news that Sean Marsh has been picked. And then the little nagging doubt in the back of my head says, well, shit, what if he gets some runs? We're never at the end of it. There'll be no living with him after this. But then I remembered who I was talking about and realised how unlikely that was.
Oh, well, nearly. You must have felt a bit worried there after was it day two or day three when he was
honestly, it was Friday night and I'd had a few beers and he spoon munted me off and I laughed so much I nearly pissed myself. I thought it was fucking hilarious because it was typical. Of course, I'll tell you what we should do now, and I should have upped the ante before I looked it up.
Yeah.
What is Sean Marsh's test average? Like you don't know.
Now, where does he bat?
6.
So
right.
Keep that in mind.
I am
6 is normally. Can I just say 6 is normally reserved for the most explosive batsman there in the team.
He's a good T20 player.
Sean Stodgy Marsh.
He's no Adam Gilchrist, is he? That's for sure. So what's the average then?
What's Stoney's average?
Stoney?
Yeah.
What's that got to do with anything?
He batted at 6, right?
Oh, now I'll tell you what. I will take that bet that Donny's got a better average than Sean Marsh.
Well, let's have a look.
You can look as much as you want. Because I bet Sean Marsh barely averages 30. Well, I've left myself a hostage to fortune now, haven't I?
MS Dhoni's test average.
Yes.
It's 30 odd, wasn't it?
38.
38.
Oh, that must be better than Sean Marsh, surely.
It is.
In how many tests?
Right.
That all went quite over there, didn't it?
36.35.
36. I'm surprised it's as high as that.
Yeah. 400.
You know what? So he had one. So he's actually got 52 runs in 3 innings, making his average 17.3. But look, Jake Bull's bowling for England, so he's every chance. Did Jake Bull bowls get Sean Marsh? I don't know what's going to happen.
It's going to implode.
No, Sean Marsh will score runs because Sean Marsh is just a bog standard, pretty shitty test player. Whereas Jake Bull's nothing like as good as that. He's a phenomenon.
Can he do anything with the bat?
No. Did you see his dismissal? It was poor. I know he's a
he got a bouncer, didn't
he? Yeah, well, perhaps he fucking ducked instead of flinching like a Mary Ann. We'd be all right, wouldn't we?
I actually, speaking of how he got out,
sorry, that was a bit venomous. Imagine what I said at the time. Imagine what my neighbours thought at the time, as I was considering. Because you've got to bear in mind, at this stage, England had just lost about 3 wickets for 1 run.
I was listening to that on the radio, and Aggers was doing his nut because they bowled 4 bouncers in a row. He said, "Oh, they can't do that to him because it's supposed to be
just 2-0. Duck it. He hasn't got to play it, has he?
No, that's true.
I mean, I assume he's a better player than us. And even
you would have ducked it.
You know it's coming. You can duck it, can't you? I'd rather he had a swipe at it out the chimney. You know what I mean?
Who
Okay,
else?
Tim Payne, wicketkeeper.
Tim Payne.
Yeah,
Haven't seen much of him, have we?
yeah, not
Meh.
not keen. I don't think he's all that.
All right,
I don't think he's the best wicketkeeper neither.
Mitchell Stark then. So he was the best bowler, I think, for Australia. Yeah,
He's best bowler on either side. I think that's right. Well, Lyon bowled very well.
Yeah,
the line did.
I think England made him look better than he is.
What do you think of Pat Cummins with his stupid moustache?
Are you laughing at his name?
No,
Oh.
no, not at all. Pat Cummins. No, I'm not. I think he's got very blue eyes.
Oh,
Well,
I think he might be a cyborg.
I thought you
No, the good
lost in his
thing.
eyes a little bit.
He's no boover dish.
yeah.
I think Pat Cummins. He won't play 5 tests. He's going to get injured.
Yeah, he looks a bit fragile, doesn't he? He's a bit kind of.
Simon Jones-ish.
So, like, how many tests do you think he's going to last?
I think he'll break down. I think he'll get through Perth. I think Melbourne will probably.
Down
Break down.
like a computer.
No,
Yeah,
I think more like
yeah.
a steam engine kind of thing.
Yeah, Melbourne will probably finish him off if England bat well.
Hazelwood, yeah,
Oh.
Chip from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's right. He's very triangular featured man.
Yeah, that was a really good, like, that's like, I don't think anybody would make that comparison right off. But when you posted the picture of Chip,
Don't patronise me.
No, it was remarkably accurate. I have to give you that. I have to give you the props. You know,
Talk about a man with too much time in his head.
Yeah.
So let's see what I've done there as a 49-year-old man. I've compared an Australian international bowler. I watched so much cricket, I thought, fucking hell, he looks like a cartoon character of a Disney film made in the 90s. And, by the way, not the star of the Disney film.
No!
A very obscure Disney character.
It's so obscure. And it's like, it's not even a human character. It's like it's an object.
And bear in mind, this film when was Beauty and the Beast? 1995 or 96 or something?
Yeah.
I was 28. I wasn't a kid. You know what I mean? I was a fully grown man at that stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think of
Very
him,
good.
Hazelwood? He's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a good bowler.
Is his eyes as blue as Cummins? Do you get lost?
Cummins has got very Baltic blue cyborg eyes. So when I say breakdown, that is what's going to happen. I think if you pour a cup of tea down his back, he'd just start smoking.
Do you think the Windows shutdown music will happen?
What's that thing you have to say to robots? Everything I say is a lie, and then you got to say I'm lying, or something like that. That's the thing.
and then it malfunctions. He gets
Hang
confused.
on the other hand, what about Asimov's rule? He's not meant to do any harm to humans, is he? Well, he's not doing me any fucking favours at the minute.
There's one person left on the Australian team, Nathan Lyon.
Yeah, he played very well. If it wasn't
Or
for
did
Smith, I think he'd be in with the chance of a mom.
Didn't you say Nathan Lyon looked like...
He looks like a huge light bulb.
Looks like the yellow guy out of that film, Sin
basically
City.
looks like he's basically got his head is a hot air balloon. That's what I think. Yeah, I think also he's very thin. I wouldn't mind taking a bet that the circumference at the top of his head is bigger than his waist. That is, if you can get a ring right over his head, I reckon it'd go over his shoulders.
Yeah, he's like one of those. Do you know those like stereotypical aliens that people draw?
That's what he is.
He's a grey.
Nathan Lyon is an alien and therefore shouldn't be playing for
Nathan
Australia.
Lyon phone home.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Oh, look. Oh.
Oh my god! And the day-night test, you're just gonna see him like you're gonna see his silhouette go over the moon.
They're going to say to Nathan, look, I'll nip down a gauge and get some, Chris. Right, I've just got my bite then. Oh, brilliant. That's why he gets so much spin. He's got that fucking big glowing finger. He wraps over the top.
Okay, predictions.
England are going to win. Jake Ball's going to take 10 wickets. I don't see any possible way that can't happen.
And Sean Marsh's going to
I
score
bear
a
in
losing
mind,
100.
did I not predict that Pakistan would beat India in the Champions Trophy final?
You did.
Now, some might say that means I'm prescient and almost godlike. Some might say I've shot my bolt. You're never going to get that lucky again. And predicting Jake Ball... I tell you what.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Australia are going to get back first. Jake Bull is going to get 10 for 50, but Australia will get 150.
You lost it.
Sean Marsh is going to get 100 up the other end. That is what's going to happen. Sean Marsh is going to get 100, and Jake Bull's going to get a 5.
Kobe, I think you might be getting this the wrong way around. I think you might find that Jake Bull will go for 100, and Sean Marsh will make 5.
Sean Marsh gets 5 runs. Yeah.
You got the numbers the wrong way round.
Oh, man. As, you know, if I was religious, I could pray to God, but God would say, well, Christ, I know I created heaven and earth in 7 days, but can't make sure Marshall Jake Bull get wickets and runs. Jesus. I'm not a fucking miracle worker.
Next Test match predictions.
Yes.
Jake Bull, how many wickets does he
I think he'll get more runs
20.
than he makes. Than
20.
He wickets.
Stop. 20. Stop. V, go first. Let Kobe just take a breather and think about what he's going to say next.
Okay, Jake. Well, we betting on Jake Bull.
Jake Bull.
I reckon Jake Bull's going to make more runs than he gets wickets.
No. How many wickets is he going to make? Take.
One wicket.
All right.
That is his average.
I'm going to give him a healthy 3. This is over 2 innings, right? So
Quite
two innings.
What's that squeaking in the background?
That's how he communicates. Yeah, that's like alien.
So, V, you said 1 wicket between 2 innings, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said 3, not 1.
I said 3.
No, Noob said.
I said 3. I say he's going to
I
get
said 1 wicket.
Cope.
Well, I'm going to clearly he'll get 20 wickets, but if you're ignoring that prediction, I'm going to use the stats.
Yeah.
And assume he's going to do what he's done so far, which means he'll take 0.75 every wicket. Which I assume
What happens if he
means-
gets dropped? What happens if he gets dropped? What
I
are we
don't
gonna
know. I assume 0.75 wicket means he gets an LBW and it gets overturned on review. Well, if you want my serious thing, what I hope and I would hope would happen,
Yeah.
he'll get no wickets because I assume he's going to be dropped. If he plays, how many wickets do I seriously think he'll get?
Yeah.
1 or 2.
1 or 2. Give me a definite.
Let's be optimistic and say 2.
2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All right. So the next person we're going to do predictions for is Sean Marsh. How many runs is he going to make in the next test? Because he will be picked.
Adelaide, in both innings.
Yeah.
I'm going to be optimistic and say do his
swinging
usual.
around corners.
He'll do his usual promising sort of 18 in the first innings, and then spoon one up, and then he'll just get 3 in the second innings. So I'll say 21.
21. V?
I was going to say 12.
Over 2 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be swinging around corners.
Yeah,
His average is
probably not.
36, isn't it? So he ought to get 72, all things being equal.
So 12. You're going with 12.
He doesn't fancy him.
and-
You can't blame him. Don't sound so shocked. It's
No,
shock horror.
definitely
Sean
going
Marsh might fail at test level. You know, this has happened before.
I have every. I'm going to hang up this call and ring back, and I hope you got better answers.
You are. This is like being in a re-education camp in Stalin's Russia, isn't it?
Nah, something like 7 and 5 maybe.
7 and 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless Jake Bull bowls at him, in which case you'll probably get about 450.
Can you imagine like Sean Marsh at the other end? It's like, oh, Jake Bull's coming. Quick, single,
If Jake Bull gets Sean Marsh out, that would be just the most hilarious thing. It's not
So
gonna-
can you imagine
My powers are strong, but even I can't make Jake Bull get a wicket.
Sean Marsh struggling against Jake Bull? Like, oh, this guy's good.
Oh,
Good
spooner.
bowler.
What about a Sean Marsh spooner off Jake Bull? That'd be excellent. Wouldn't it?
No, imagine if he's like
the
paying
test
and missing and
rivalry,
blocking.
Sean Marsh and Jake Paul.
That's it. He can't get Jake Bull off the square. Oh,
That'd be the most painful innings ever.
This is it. This is going to be like Flintoff and Callis and Mitchell Johnson and KP. This is good. This is it. Jake Bull and Sean Marsh.
You can't bracket. Just look at the 4 players you just mentioned: Flintoff, Callis, Johnson, KP, now Sean Marsh and Jake Bull.
Oh, I need to give a prediction, don't I? Sean Marsh.
Bear in mind, his average says he ought to score 76. So you better be going higher than that, or you've let yourself down badly.
132.
Fucking Aiden.
So 101 in the first
Man,
inning.
he's going to get 100.
101 in the first innings, yeah.
Oh,
and then 31 in the next.
By the way, that siren you can hear, the men in the white coats coming for you, Mitch. That is what is going on. Come on, Jay. You can do it.
Yeah, why don't we do that thing in Space Jam where, like, we steal the powers?
We need Jake Ball to be Space Jam.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think if he does that, he'll probably get, 2 for 80 or something. That's the very best that could happen.